Hi there, Julia here with your Herbal Ally of the Week. And this week we are featuring Yellow Dock. So this is a great plant to feature on this medium because it not only grows abundantly locally here in Colorado, but it grows all over the country and all over the world. Yellow dock is one of my favorite plants. It's one of the first ones to come up in the springtime. And because of that, it's often hit with snow or, the weather in Colorado changes so frequently that yellow dock is one of the most flexible plants. It doesn't mind getting snowed on. It doesn't mind if the temperature drops. So when we work with yellow dock, we're actually able to take on that kind of flexibility that the yellow dock has. Yellow dock is wonderful for replacing iron in the blood, and it also helps to purify the blood. Well, it replaces iron in the body and it purifies the blood. Susan Weed also said that it helps to balance and correct hormone levels, as well as reducing menstrual flooding and cramping. So that's a wonderful ally for that as well. I like to work with yellow dock in so many different ways. It's one of my go-tos for making wild pestos or wild salads. Really, any time that you use spinach or any greens, you can replace it with yellow dock. And now remember, when we eat wild foods, they have free will to choose where they want to grow, where they want to thrive. And so by eating wild foods that have that free will, we're helping to strengthen our own free will, which is huge in this day and age. We're often told where we have to work, how we have to live. And so anything that we can do to strengthen our own free will, we need. It's just beautiful. I love it. I think it's so important. So, yellow dock also helps to stimulate your liver, especially the spring roots. Spring roots in general are stimulating, whereas fall roots are nourishing, getting us prepared for the winter. Springtime, it's time to go. We got to rev up our systems. We've been sleeping all winter, going slowly, and now it's time to pick up the pace and make sure our bodies are working efficiently and effectively. So, I talked about pestos, I talked about salads. You can also put yellow dock in vinegar, either just the leaves or the whole plant. And it can be used as kind of a amped up, much more potent vinegar if you use it in salads or cooking. You can also take it as kind of a daily vitamin supplement. I usually mix yellow dock with malva, dandelions, wild mustard, things like that, and it makes a multivitamin that you can take from plants with these original keys, right, for the minerals and nutrients and vitamins that we want to take. Our body is able to absorb them much more efficiently, much more effectively, because these wild foods are the foods that our ancestors were eating really not that long ago. So when we go back to these wild foods, it's like we are putting the original keys into our bodies so that our body can just suck up all of the good stuff that they have to provide. It's really nice also to use yellow dock for plant brushings, like I talked about a few weeks ago, for energetic cleansing. Yellow dock is mucilaginous, so you'll notice as you break it up, or if you break up the stem, it gets a mucilaginous, kind of like a slippery mucus that comes out of the stem. And so when we're working with plants shamanically or for energetic purposes, we want to look at the physicality, right? The doctrine of signatures, to see how do the physical aspects of this plant represent what I might need energetically. So for plant brushings, it's really beautiful because if we're trying to release something, we're trying to let go of something that we've maybe been holding on to, that slippery mucilage is actually a key for us to know, oh, it actually helps to make things that we're trying to let go of more slippery so that we can release it with much more ease. And it feels so good. You can use yellow dock in teas. You can use the root whole and live or fresh and cut it up and decoct it. And you can also dry it and keep it in your medicine cabinet for later. You can tincture yellow dock as well, but I mostly work with it in vinegar. As always, if you have any questions or if there's a plant that you want to learn about, please comment below or message me. I love talking about this, so it's such a pleasure. As always, thank you so much. See you later.